Hey guys, welcome to Rocket here with another video. This time at Hungary for the RSF1 Grand Prix. After the race win at Britain, we are looking stoked for this one. And into the last corner, hitting the apex here. I'm a little bit over driving the car a little bit. I'm using a weird setup, by the way, because all the dry setups didn't work. RSF1 decided to do the same thing as me because he found that my setup was better than the dry setups that we found earlier on in the day and stuff. So I'm using a weird setup for this race. Going into this left hand and we've lost the rear. We go for a huge spin here. I hope we can get out the way to this car. Oh, I don't know if we just managed to get out the way or not. This is from Site's POV. He's got a lovely camera angle here of us coming through here, out of sector 1, into this tricky left-hand. It could be the curb too much, I think. Or not really touching the curb much too, and that's why we spun out there. Such a disappointing end to my what is looking like it's been a promising Q1 here, P6. See if we can improve on that coming into Q2. We've got two drivers out though, Spooky and Benz are out of this one. Benz being a big one there. I wasn't expecting him to be out so early. Oh, there's a spin for Eagle. Out of that tricky right-hander. Easily done there from Eagle. He's gone for a rotation. Now, can we get these mediums through into Q3? That is the question on hand. Going up to this fast left-hander. Try not to take that curb too much. We have. We've gone for another rotation. This is not looking good at all at the moment. Two spins at the exact same corner. Oh dear, consistency at that corner needs to have some work on it. We've got purple, sector 1, sector 2 was purple until it's now just gone green. Someone behind me is going quicker than me. Into this penultimate corner then. We are losing a little bit of time because we missed the apex earlier on, by the way. You might notice that. It's the last corner we go though. Got to try and go for an apex like we do. Could have gone a bit faster through there, I feel. Coming to the line. P5. And that is actually enough to go us into Q3. Let's go. Koala, our teammates, sadly out. Turtle's out, Gazzy's out, Eagle's out, and Blazer. Eagle, after that spin, probably cost him that one because confidence can go just like that. Q3 though, 9 minutes left on the timer. We need to get a lap in. Do the penultimate corner. Hopefully this lap is semi-decent. Millsy's done a lap time of 14.9. Coming around the last corner. Is this faster than Millsy? Can be. Coming to the line. It is faster than Millsy. It's 14.4. That's not a very strong lap time though. Now through the left into the fast right-hander. On this straight, running a attempt down on my previous lap time. But I know we can get so much time through here. Over the curb, we invalidate, we're onto the curbs. We go for another spin. How have we not hit the wall there? We've had 3 attempts at it. And so far, we're doing alright, keeping away from the walls. So, it's another spin there. And we've invalidated our last lap as well. So in the pit lane we come. Oh, I've misjudged it. And I'm into the pit wall. Now that's embarrassing. But that is my qualifying done. I'm starting P5 with this Grand Prix. Swift Joey getting the pole position and Sainz in P2. Sainz was great qualifying. But it's just this left-hander. I keep losing it and I've lost it again. Oh dear, this isn't good at all. Lost it in qualifying, losing on the formation lap. Hopefully I didn't do that in the race too often because otherwise that could cause quite a mess. It's off Bob with ice now on the formation lap and he's been hit by Millsy. Oh no, these two are going to get sent to the grid. They're going to have cold tyres. Well, moving on then. 10 red lights here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, away we go with the help. The light told us for a long time now. But away we go, we get a good start on the racing point there of Cameron. And we get a better start than Quaker. And we've got a better start than Sides coming up to turn 1. Quaker ran outside of Sides at turn 1. Yes, we can. Can we get this move done? Yes, we can. We've ever taken 4 cars then at the exit of turn 1. Side by side with Quaker into turn 2, should I say. Quaker trying to hold it around the outside. I should be able to just keep this position. Yes, we do. We're into P2 then. Good, clean start by everyone by the looks of it. Only a little bit of yellow flags out into turn 2, but that's always classic. Into his left-hander. Have we got much confidence? Yes, we have. Managed to get that line through. Swift Joey then. He's made the perfect start here in this Grand Prix. We made a very decent start as well. Not quite up to standards as Joey. He's got the whole shot. And the lead of this race at the moment. Here you go then. 10 red lights. And away we go. Swift Joey absolutely nailing the start. We also nailed the start just as good as Joey, if not better. Coming from far back. Camo. Terrible start. Quaker's got an alright start. What happened to Sights here then? He's dropped back massively. And it's turn 1. Oh, he's got a little bit of rubbing. Toxic's hit him as well. So Sights having to lose a lot of positions here just through a bit of bad luck and a bit of rubbing. So that's not good for Sights at all. It's turn 2. Everybody looks like they're keeping it clean though. In the pack though. Gazzy further back. There's contact. With that Turtle off the track taking eyes with him. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? Right. And my thing has crashed. There we go, I've got it back now. It's turn 2. Gazzy looking up the inside of Millsy. Millsy's running too deep, so Gazzy picks up a position there into P8. Next up for Gazzy is Stretch and then Sights. Sights having a poor start this Grand Prix. He's out going side by side with Stretches into left-hander. Sainz is going backwards. He's not out to stretch now. Now Gasly, he should be able to get Sainz. Sainz by the IO mode. Sainz has gone off the track. Gasly's through into P7 now. What a terrible start for your championship leader, as he's going backwards like a stone in this Grand Prix. Right, on to the end of lap 2 though, we have gone faster than Joey and the lead of this race, so Joey's not got quite the same pace as us. Trying to lie, Joey gets fast lap, we get the fast lap. Quakers has got more pace than me, as he says a faster lap time. DRS being enabled as well now, so you've got to say I'm going to be under threat here by Quakers if I cannot get the DRS of Joey. And as I say that, on the next lap we're into the DRS of Joey, so we should just about be able to stay ahead of Quakers here on lap 4. Unless Quakers wants to send it up the inside into turn 1, which I doubt it will. Earlier in the sessions I say that he goes for a late move. I didn't know he was going to go for that, so I closed the door. And to be fair, as I was already telling you to the apex, that was my corner. Quakers had to back out of it, and he has done. Right, lap 6 now, doing his fast right-hander. Catching up to Joey, he's still got a 0.4 second gap though. Into the fast left, the corner we've all been struggling out. I'll get a track limits warning already. That's my first one. Don't want to get too many of those, because penalties could win this race or lose you this race. On to lap 12, a long way into the future now though, laps ticking off. And I haven't really got the same amount of pace as Joey. He has got penalties. Quakers has got a penalty, goes up the inside of me into turn 1. Huge dive bomb there by Quakers. That's going to cost his exit though. He gets a bad exit. Bad run. Can we go up the inside of Quakers into turn 2? We're thinking about it. We're looking up the inside. Quakers shuts the door, but his contact to the apex. I turned into Quakers because he wasn't leaving me any space. I've been turning into Quakers and left me some space. Now through his fast right-hander. We made more contact on the exit of that fast right. Oh my god, that could have been absolute disastrous. It's a fast left-hander, then we keep P2. Wow, what a battle this is turning out to be between me and Quakers, but this is just letting Joey escape a little bit. It's turn 2, you can just see he just turned into me as if I wasn't even there, which I was clearly there because we had enough of room there to hit Quakers out the way. And then now turn 3, I gave him a little bit of a nudge there to say, give me space, otherwise we're going to end up in the wall. And that was just me saying that basically. Right, heading towards turn 1, Quakers has got great pace. Is he going to go around the outside of turn 1 again? This is on lap 13, just one lap later on the previous laps here. He's obviously got more pace than me, but I am stopping Quakers from getting past here. At turn 1, we just do a defensive line which stops Quakers from getting through. Joey's got 1 second gap now, so we need to stop battling if we want to win this Grand Prix. I don't even know what Quakers' line is here. Loses the rear slightly as well, which is why he couldn't really catch up to us heading into turn 2. Moving on to the end of lap 13 now. I'm thinking about boxing, you know, because the undercut could be worth something if Quakers can't really do anything. But the thing that's catching me out is the fact that Joey's got a penalty and Quakers got a penalty, so those two need to rush it. I'm into the pits, so let's go for it. Undercut on all the drivers, because everyone's started, they're going to stay out the extra lap, and I'm starting no. Box, 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 and in the pits we go. Let's get green, yes we do. Oh, that was a good pit stop. We're going to find out then how good our in-lap is and how good our out-lap is. We were in P2 with Quakers, and Joe's 1 second up the road. Out the last corner we go. We've got purple second sector, so we've clearly had a very decent outlap here, should we say. Coming across this line. Camo further back, his fast lap. We come out in front of Quakers. It's turn 1. It was the second, was the gap to Joe. It's now very much half that. It's down to 0.7. Well, that's definitely helped me, as Koala's now in the pits. Further back is the lead of this race, should we say. For now, as Koala pits, then let's see how far back he's going to come. He's going to be on the Milk Hammer tyres, by the way, so he's going to be very fast. Going towards the end of this Grand Prix, he's got 15 laps. Plenty of time to catch up to us if he needs to. And then for our constructors, I really hope Koala could get some very decent points here today. Right, Swift Joey, what have you got? You've got 0.4 second gap lead at the moment. Do this fast left. Oh, I cut that too early. We've got a penalty. Wow. Okay, that's changed my rhythm of this race. Quakers has got 6 seconds though. Quakers has got a big mistake somewhere. He's picked up a 6 second penalty. Further back, RSF1 sights once again at it. He's got Gasly in front of him, and he's got Benz behind him. It's this right-hander. Benz looking up the inside, his contact. Benz fortunately gets something done on sights, even probably hard racing that one. I gotta say, I don't think that's a penalty worthy, but I think that was a nice overtake by Benz nonetheless. Out of turn 1, a mistake there by Joey. We've got a great exit, we've got the overtake button on, and we've got Rich. Heading into turn 2, we can look up the inside. Not quite close enough this time round, but I am getting closer all the time. On Joey, he's made a small mistake out of turn 2. It's turn 3, heading towards turn 4. We're in the slipstream, we have got Rich Mix. We're going to think about looking for an inside line at some point past Joey. We back out of it though, and it's this right-hander. Oh, I don't know where I'm going to get him. Wait, Joey's crashed. Joey's got off the track. I don't know what's happened to Joey here. I think his wheel might have disconnected, you know, because that was just bizarre. His car just kept turning right. But that's given me the lead of this Grand Prix. Let's find out from the replay camera. Let's watch that Ferrari. Go to his right-hander. He just turns right and then this car just stops. I think his wheels disconnected, his AI taken over, and the AI's crashed him. The same thing that happened to Quakers at Britain. What a nightmare for these drivers at the moment. Coming to the line though, to cross lap 23, going to lap 24. Can Quakers now? It's just us two battling for this Grand Prix win at the moment. He's got an extra 3-second penalty, which is why I don't think I want to let him through just yet. Out of turn 1. Oh, he hits me in the rear. He hits me in the rear quite badly. Quakers should probably get in position by hitting me in the rear. That was an unfair advantage. I've been hit in the rear again by Camo. Camo's got damage from that. Bad mistake there by Camo, and that's going to cost his race completely now. Because he only had a couple penalties to Camo. He's very much to win this race, but he's now hit me. I cost him his whole race. It's turn 2. Just outbroke himself, I think. I'm not really too sure what Camo was thinking. But that has cost his whole race now. Probably should have braked earlier. Well, let's have a look, shall we? From Camo's POV himself. Heading up out of turn 1, heading up to turn 2. Brakes very late. The two cars going side by side. I think he's going to look back on that. He's going to think I should have broken a bit earlier. That's unlucky for Camo. Now, lap 28. Few laps into the future. This is turning out to be a battle for lead between me and Quakers. After what an interesting race it's turning out to be. Round the last corner we go. We've got DRS. We've got to have race tricks. We've got overtake by the use as well. Go over the line we go to complete lap 28. On into lap 29. We got the inside of Quakers. It's turn 1. Is this going to be enough to get the position done? Hit the apex at turn 1. Get a nice exit. You got more DRS because that's the way this track works. I don't think Quakers is going to come back at us into turn 2. And we've retaken the lead of this Grand Prix. Can we pull the pin now? Or is Quakers going to be able to attack back? With just 6 laps to go in this Grand Prix, anything could still happen. But looking for the replay camera, we got the DRS open. It's very much a textbook move at this Hungarian Grand Prix. And I've got to say, we're on older tyres, so technically, Quakers should be faster than us in this Grand Prix. But he's turning out to be the same pace, so not really too sure what kind of pace Quakers is running, but he's dropped 0.8 seconds back. Wow, okay, we could probably try and get him out to DRS at this point. Going on to lap 30 then, beating our laptop in 3/10 as well. We've got extreme pace here in this Grand Prix. But what about tyres? I'm not really too sure about it. We're using up quite a bit of DRS, just trying to break the DRS here. Into the final corner we go. And out the final corner we go. This is looking neat and tidy. Coming up to the line. Is this an improvement on my lap time? No, but it's 4 thousandths off beating my own lap time. Swift Joy's retired out of the final corner. Is that going to cause a safety car? No way. We've got a late safety car in lap 32. Quakers has taken the lead here. But because he had to keep position back, so he took me on the yellows. Well, there you have it. What happened to Joey further back? Right, he's in P5. He doesn't really need to bin it here. Goes over the curb. And he's going into the final corner. And his wheel's disconnected again. And he's into the wall and he's lost his front left tyre. Oh, heartbreak for Joey. But that's another DNF because his wheel has disconnected twice in this race now. And it's caused a late safety car, which now I'm in charge of. Oh, things are about to get interesting. For a 2-lap sprint in this Grand Prix, who's going to win? Because Toxic is in P3. He's got no penalties. As I say that, he's got 5 seconds. He's hit someone on the safety car. Oh dear, that's not going to go down well at all. I don't know why he didn't give him more space on the safety car, but Toxic's just cost himself the win in this Grand Prix. Out of the corner though. Just about going to get a good restart. No, we lost the rear. We lost the race so late there that I thought I was going to get away with it. Out of the final corner we go though. Overtaken, race mix being on. Is Quakers going to be close enough to go for a dive bomb here? Not quite. 0.7 behind. And I don't think he's going to be able to attack us into turn 1 this time round. Hit the apex. These next 2 laps are absolutely crucial for me. I have to absolutely pull away, pull the margin just in case Toxic gets that penalty removed. To win this Grand Prix, I have to pull out 3 seconds on Toxic. And as I say that, we've already gained 1.5 seconds. We only have to give another 1.5 on Toxic. P5 is Benz after a great recovery drive from last on the grid on the medium tyres as well. Do the fast left, we got the curve, make a mistake. This is just going to help Quakers here stay on the back of us. He's 0.8 behind at this point. But there's going to be no DRS in this Grand Prix, so it's going to be very hard for him to overtake us in the last closing stages. Do the fast right left. Now heading up into this left-hander. This is looking close. We've got a lot of fuel to play with as well here. I don't know how much fuel the other guys have got, but we've timed this perfection. It's a fast right. Oh, I missed the apex slightly there. We've got on the curb. Mistake again. 0.5 seconds down my best. I guess the tyres are just not really up to temperature just yet. It takes a long time to get these hards up correctly. But once again, like I said earlier, we're still on the older compounded tyres. Everyone else allows us because we did the undercut. Toxic's into P2 now. So Toxic, let's see what kind of pace he's got compared to us in this Grand Prix. We got to just absolutely use up all the rest of the straight then. Now, just 1 lap to go. The final lap of this Grand Prix. Who is going to win it? That is the question. We've got 1.3 second gap going into the last lap. Into turn 1, missed the apex slightly. Out of turn 1. Gasly sets a fast lap of the Grand Prix. Good stuff from Gasly, showing him he has some pace as he tries to get himself through the field on this final lap of this Grand Prix. Out of turn 2, heading into turn 3, then more overtake being used here. Out of turn 3, we are dropping Toxic. It's 1.3 seconds now. 1 to 1.4, so we are faster than Toxic, 100%. Into the fast right-hander in turn 5, tricky. Got to stay away from that curb and get a good exit. That's exactly what we've done. Heading into the chicane now. Hit the apex on both sides. Yes, we do, just about. Just a couple of quarters to go in this Grand Prix. Through the fast left, into the fast right, sending this car like it's no tomorrow. Into the fast left-hander. Into the fast right. Got to make sure I just nail these corners now. Just a little bit of fuel left, a little bit of overtake left. Just 3 quarters to go this Grand Prix. That's the first corner done. And this is pretty much nailed this lap altogether, pretty much. Into the last 2 quarters then. Penultimate corner. Go for a late apex. Just about get the car straight up. Fire out the corner. Into the last corner we go then. And this could be race victory for us. Out the last corner. Going towards the line. We win the Hungarian Grand Prix. That's how it's done. Who's got P2 in that Grand Prix? I do not know. Further back, there's still battle going on. Sainz and Gasly going at it. Into this right-hander. Gasly dives, bomb Sainz up the inside. There's contact. Gasly's gone around for a spin. Sainz holds on to P9. Gasly had a penalty anyway, so I don't think Gasly would have beaten Sainz, but the effort and full send was there. Fair enough to him. Where does Sainz finish then with no penalties in this Grand Prix? Everyone else is pretty much jumping up the order. Quakers has lost massively out because of his penalties. Coming to the line, Sainz gets P7. But we are definitely the ones to watch today. We get the victory in style, the Hungarian Grand Prix. We had a 3-second side penalty. The guys who got 2nd and 3rd, well done to them. Oh, what a race, what a race. Eagle P2, then Millsy P3, Stretch P4, and Toxic, who was P2 across the line, has gotten P5. Camo's rage quit after the contact we had earlier. But I've got to say, except from that penalty and a couple warnings early on, managed to get those hards to the end with no real issues at all. Because we went for a very late hard compound tyre strat. Eagle decided to pit onto the soft bar underneath the safety car, and it's worked like a treat. Has Millsy done the same? No, Millsy stayed on hards, so those two absolutely done that strategy to perfection. And Stretch getting P4 as well. But what about Sainz? He's had a very, very interesting race, but he gets P7 in the end. Might jump up the order to a few penalties anyway. But that is the Hungary Grand Prix. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I love getting wins, and that's 2 in a row now. Thank you guys so much for watching. This championship's